is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And today, I'm discovering Judy Collins for the first time ever. I've never even heard of her, so this is a blind reaction. I'm checking out both sides now for the first time ever. Now, let's give this some context. Last night, I was playing a Rick Beato video, and he was talking about music and these eras of music, and he went down this list of I think it was a record. It was like superstars of the 70s, and he started naming all. I remember him saying, you know, School's Out, Alice Cooper. All these people were on this like mixed record. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But there were a few names that he said that I had never heard of. One was Judy Collins. And so all the ones that I hadn't heard from that list, I was like, I'm going to check some of these out. You know, that's just my own curiosity, how I'm built. But yeah, so this today is that. Now, after looking this up, I'm not sure because I haven't done the research, but it seemed like Joni Mitchell did a cover of this. And I think that cover might be bigger than this one. I'm not sure because when I was looking for this, I kept finding Joni Mitchell. And I was like, no, I'm looking for Judy Collins. That's who Rick said. He didn't say it personally, just in the video. So I was like, man, I'm going to find this and I'm going to listen to it. And that's what we listen to today. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to discover me some Judy Collins. And then maybe we'll go over to Joni Mitchell at some point. But that's how we got here. Now, normally, I take your guys' recommendations, your requests, through the comment section. That's where I get the most of my stuff. But my curiosity drives me. You know, I don't do the donations like, yo, pay for a reaction, da-da-da, because I just felt like then the people who have the money will control the channel, and I want to let my curiosity control the channel. So that's just kind of how I work. Maybe, you know, when I'm in the streets, you know, because YouTube, you know, hates reaction channels, then I'll be like, how'd I do these reactions for those cheeseburgers, man? But as of now, my curiosity is going to drive this BI. And today it leads me to Judy Collins. Thank you, Rick. If you guys are here for a first-time reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the mother channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I've been doing some travel vlogging, but I also have, I do movie reactions over there, so you can check that out. But all the music reactions, they happen on this channel. If you want access to these reactions early, there is a link in the description that gives you early access. I try to update it every single day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released to the public yet. So you'd have some fun in there. Regardless, thank you guys for your support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel, helping me keep the lights on. Let's get it popping, man. This is Judy Collins. Both sides now. Oh, I think this is on Rhino Records, y'all. That's important. Go listen to this over there or on the official platforms. This reaction's never a substitute for the original, right? Ever. And people come here for my reaction, commentary, breakdown, and stuff like that. But go support the original on the official platforms. And let's rock, man. Here we go.
Goes and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere.
This has that, like, the chef's kiss. It says the 60s on here, 60s collections. So I felt like it sounded like the 60s, but there's also a part of me that was like, oh, you know, maybe it could be the early 70s. Maybe I'm tripping, but yes, it sounds like a time period, like the musically. Anyways, like the way it comes in. Is there something about from that time, that era?
Goes and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at
Judy, oh, Judy, what are you giving me today? First and foremost, the musically, the production, I love it. And I love going back into this sound. I don't know, something about the 60s, 70s, going into that sound because I'm not from that era, but it kind of gives me a window into that era, if that makes sense. Like, maybe it's from movies you see or stories you hear from your parents or grandparents, that kind of, you want to look back. Sometimes you look back and you're like, oh, that was a better time, which isn't always true. The best time is right now because I'm breathing, But there is something about opening this window to the past and being like, ooh, and bringing me there. Sonically, that's what this does with the production, the beat. Her voice. When I listen to her voice, I enjoy it sonically. It feels like a little almost like operatic. I don't even know if that's a word. I'm a C student, D student at times, but I'm going to just make up some shit. It sounds like it's almost like she has an opera voice and reminds me of like one of my first reactions to Barbra Streisand. Like I could see putting, something like this in a playlist similar, right? She doesn't sound like Barbra Streisand, but, if that makes sense. I love her voice. It's beautiful. But then the lyrics. Again, you guys, I'm a fanboy of the poetic lyrics. Sometimes you could be a little too abstract for me because I'm not like super artsy like that. But this, what are you doing to me, Judy? Anyways, she gives this very graphic, detailed description of like illusion, like a fairy tale or, a dream. Just candy this, feathers on the mountaintop, like all these very descriptive words that, like, it's like when you're a child. It reminds me of seeing things through my 7-year-old's eyes because she's like, Dad, and what if there were sprinkles on? You know how kids are like, oh, and the fluffy kitty has pink sprinkles, and then the mermaid has, a turquoise, like, that's the description she gave me, but in a song. I love that creativity in the writing. And then we get to the real part, which is the clouds, which even though there's this, creative illusion that I'm seeking, the clouds are here. And in this moment, it's raining. But also, I think we go deeper. I don't want to reach right now, but there is something about the clouds. Like, I could be tripping, but I think of clouds when they're gloomy and dark and it's raining and you're like, bruh, I don't want to go outside and do anything. I want to have some soup. I want some Vietnamese pho and chill in the house and watch a movie and not really be that productive. That's how I feel when the clouds are out, personally. The dark clouds, the rain clouds, the snow clouds. But when the illustrious clouds are out and it's just kind of like a breeze and you just look at the clouds and it looks like, parts of heaven, like, how they look like cotton in the sky and you could just float on them. I feel different when I see those clouds. I don't know if she differentiates in this yet, but that's what I'm interpreting from the music. And it's making me feel good today. Yeah, I don't know. I got to listen to the lyrics a little bit more because it's kind of like a melancholy thing. Oh, their clouds didn't break. It's still raining or it's going to rain or whatever. But the music and her voice take me to a different position, right? There's a contrast, let's say. Anyways, Judy Collins, I'm discovering her right now. Let me know what else I should know from Judy Collins. I'm going out on a ledge. I believe Joni Mitchell covered this. I believe. I don't know if Judy Collins is the orator. I don't do research before I do reactions because I think it makes them inauthentic and, sometimes the information spoils it. So, I'll get to learn in the comment section from what you guys write, and I'll go ahead and check some stuff out from her after this as well.
At all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel.
For a moment right here, we're losing her voice in the production. Listen closely. I have really good speakers and monitors in here. I have studio monitors, so people trip out that I don't use headphones, but I prefer listening to music on a nice sound system. But her voice gets a little lost in the production here. It still sounds nice, but I that stood out to me here because she's starting to be descriptive again. So I want to hear, you see that description, the detail of these like imagination, things going on. Anyways.
Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel.
this is a masterclass in writing. Holy Oh, where do I go from here? I'm getting goosebumps, a little bit of chills. You know, your hair starts standing up. You can kind of see it. But anyway, the writing, the both sides, the illusion of love. So the clouds is a symbol. But when we get into this love part, you know, this is so real because there are two sides of love. There's love and hate. Hate is a part of love. You can't have hate without loving someone so much that it can create this, you know, something goes awry. Because, like, you just don't care. If you don't love something, you just don't give a fuck. You're like, dog, I don't care that you called me that. I don't care that you did that. I don't give a fuck because you don't love it. There's no reason to, you know what I'm saying? And knowing both sides of love, this dramatic, like the honeymoon side of love and the maintenance side of love. Me being married, I'm getting closer to my 12th year of marriage. Go ahead and. Hasn't been easy. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Y'all see me on here and probably, you know, no, rough around the edges. Anyways, let's keep it moving. There's two sides of love. And in this portion she's talking about, she's like, I'm realizing I don't even know love at all. And as I've gotten older, you know, when you're younger, love can be at first sight. Like this obsession, this fascination with someone, you know? But then as you get older, to me, love comes in phases, stages, or chapters. And the deeper you get into the book, the deeper the love gets. I never understood the expression of love until I understood it, but at this level when my wife gave me my children. The love I had for my wife accelerated and turned into something else. And then the love for my children is just freaking redunculous. I don't even know how to explain these things now. And if I'm being honest, I don't know love at all. Like I never knew this was what, and so there's two sides to it. Anyways, I don't know if I explained that good enough, but this is fantastic. Actually, now we gotta, spoiler alert, I gotta find some shit out. Is Judy Collins' song Both Sides Now the original, and who wrote this song? And when did it release? I need some answers. I was gonna wait till the comments, but I need some answers right now. The song was written, oh shit. So is this a cover? The first recorded and released version was by Judy Collins. It appeared on her album Wildflowers. So technically Judy Collins released the original recording. Joni Mitchell released her own version in 1969 on the album Clouds. Holy Joni Mitchell wrote this. Joni Mitchell wrote this. We got to go check out. So this is crazy. So this is kind of confusing. See, man, this is the context I needed. I got lucky because sometimes I'll just blow off. Because like, dog, these are not, they're not always right. And it's weird sometimes. Technology can be weird anyways. But this is good information to know. Joni Mitchell wrote this song, but Judy Collins released this in 1967, and Joni Mitchell released it on her album in 1969. Shout out to fucking Joni Mitchell. We're going to check her version out. We're going to check it out. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I'm going to check it out because this writing is ignorant, bro. And when I say ignorant, I'm from the other side of the tracks. That's good. That's good. Like, yo, this is crazy. This is ignorant. This is stupid. This is dumb. That just means it's wild work, and my mind is on some other shit. This is ignorant, bro. She's popping off. Anyways, I don't know. This is fun for me. That's why I'm still doing it. I love writing like this. Anyways, let's continue.
Feel somehow away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feelings something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that. And this goes back into the conversation I'm having about the lyrics. And she goes in two different directions. No, she just giving really good examples. We start with the clouds, then we go to love, and then we go to life. And this concept of there being two sides to everything. You know, and people would argue, there's this saying, there's two sides to the coin, then there's the edge. And the edge is where the truth is, right? And this is why I believe I gravitate to these lyrics. She might not be saying that exactly, but it is positioned where it's like, I've seen it from both sides. And I realized I don't know it at all. Hence the saying, there's two sides to every coin, and then there's the edge. The truth is somewhere in the middle. I could be misreading this, but at this point I want to misread it, right? I want to read it just like the beginning of every verse with these spectacular images of your imagination, creating these fairy tales. And we want to remember the good memories more so than the bad, right? The illusion. But wow. Both sides now, and it says it in the title. Chef's kiss. Let's ride off into the sunset like that, y'all. Impressed. I can't imagine what Joni Mitchell sounds like. She's the orator, the writer of this. I have to check it out. I will check it out. It's happening. When? I don't know, but sooner than later, so I don't forget the magnificence here. I don't know which one I'll like more. That'll be an interesting feat. The other thing is, when I told you guys I heard this and I thought it could be early 70s, you know, that pocket, that window of this sound, that, the illustrious sound of this time. This came out in 1967. Joni Mitchell's is 1969. I don't know if it's going to sound completely different. That's not too far from 1970 or 71, in which the period I was like, it gives me this kind of vibe, early 70s, late 60s. So I was on there. I'm not always on, you guys, because I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube. So I'm proud of myself. Pat on my back. Anyways, shout out to Rick, man. That's why I found this. I appreciate it. This is good. This is real good. I love the lyrics. I would put something like this in my playlist. This has like a folk style to it. The only folk music that's really bumping in my playlist right now is the Pogues, right? I really love that kind of punk folk style, but that song, Dirty Old Town, that's my This is up there, though. This is really good. I like this a lot. Kind of like a intellectual, philosophical song to me. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.